Live from our studio in Lagos, Nigeria, this is TVC News at 7. I am Abosati Adeniwadremi. We are monitoring developments in the National Assembly where Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has been suspended for 6 months. Her suspension was based on recommendations by the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Code of Conduct. The committee says Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan violated the rules as contained in Order 40. In the next 6 months, the Kogi Central lawmaker will not have access to her office and she'll be barred from accessing the National Assembly premises. During the suspension period, her salaries will also be stopped.
Senate to consider lifting the suspension.
The Senate's Committee on Ethics and Privileges presented its findings on the alleged disorderly conduct of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, but even that process wasn't without chaos. As the committee chairman, Senator Nedai Maswen, attempted to present his committee's report, he was interrupted by Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan, whose newly assigned seat is right next to him.
All she got to tell me was that she knows, she can see how friendly I am to women by doing my work as the chairman of the Ethics Committee.
When a senator is speaking, no senator may converse aloud or make any noise or disturbance to interrupt him. This is a rule. So, distinguished Senator Nedai Maswen, you are protected by the rule.
With the chamber finally settling down, Senator Maswen outlined the committee's findings, accusing Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan of displaying unbridled and uncouth behavior since assuming office. She was also found guilty of violating Senate rules and bringing the presiding officer and the entire Senate into public disrepute.
That Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, after being sworn in as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, began to display unbridled and uncouth behavior amongst her distinguished colleagues, thereby creating constant conflict and disharmony. That from his investigation, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan had openly engaged in verbal altercation with Senator Godiya Akwashike and Senator Patrick Ndubeze, in which the President of the Senate and the entire leadership intervened in the interest of peace and harmony.
Her colleagues also publicly expressed deep disappointment, condemning her behavior, which they insist has tarnished the image of the Senate.
All those who are served in the Senate or in the House of Representatives and who felt that their achievement should be measured by the number or the volume of content they created on the social media, who felt their achievement should be measured by the number of followers they had on social media, all those who felt grandstanding should be the order of the day. I'm sure you can begin to name them in both houses. Where are they today?
The Senate upheld the committee's recommendations, approving a 6-month suspension, barring her and her staff from entering the National Assembly and stripping her of all privileges, including security details. However, in a rare show of leniency, the Senate exempted her aides from the stoppage of salaries and also gave a caveat for a possible reduction of her suspension if she tenders a written apology.
If they are not allowed to come within the vicinity of the National Assembly because they are here only at our instance, but that their salaries should be spared. Those who are in support of the amendment, that the salaries of the aides be spared, say aye. And those who feel that their salaries should also be withheld by the Clerk of National Assembly, say nay. The ayes have it.
Injustice will not be sustained. The pursuit for justice.
But Senator Natasha remains defiant, rejecting the suspension and vowing to fight back. As she walks out of the chamber, her colleagues hope that time away from the Senate will allow her to study the Red Book, which is a rule book of the Senate, and better understand the legislative conduct expected of a lawmaker. Jesu Adeoye, TVC News, Abuja.
Now, before her suspension, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan came to the Senate with a fresh petition